Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am all Sublime, and we are back playing us some Gloomhaven. We just retired the remainder of our party in the last scenario, leaving just the Night Shroud left as our newest member of Generation 2. And we were about to create us some new mercenaries. So I've been thinking about this and trying to decide which classes I wanted to add to the party. Um, and while the Soothsinger is really interesting to me. I don't feel like it's particularly good at this stage. It gets a lot better as we get a little higher up in prosperity. And so I think what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to bring in the Sunkeeper um, instead of the Soothsinger, and we're going to bring in the Plague Herald in addition still. So let's create us a Sunkeeper. And we will name the Sunkeeper Lightbringer. So we either complete 15 different scenarios to unlock the circles or experience our party members become exhausted 15 times to unlock the saw. So we can either basically have it around for 15 scenarios, or we can have a little bit more control over it and try to keep it around a little bit longer. I think 15 scenarios is fine. I have no intention of ever um, playing circles. I don't really like this class. I think it's bad, and it's especially bad in digital. Um, but 15 snares might actually mean that we're not even going to end up retiring this Sunkeeper. This might be. I'm trying to think about how many scenarios are left in the campaign. I think that we will be done before we retire this character. So Sunkeeper's in the party. And the last up we're adding is the Plague Herald, Cthulhu. And we will name it Cthulhu. We already have the Wand of Brilliance. Um, so earn 15 perk points from completed battle goals or kill 20 different types of monsters. I think we'll take this one. We don't need any of that stuff, but it is something we have some amount of control over, and we can wait to do it. Oh, and we have some town record stuff to do now that we've retired some more characters, so you can hear that. Oh, it looks like my sound isn't working for Gloomhaven, so let me fix that really quick.
Dominic slaps you on the back, then wanders around behind the counter. Whether you like it or not, you are becoming important fixtures of this community, and I'm sure that I have you to thank, at least in some small way, for the increased number of books lining the shelves. He waves his arms about, his hands barely visible beneath his robe's long sleeves. They're not good books, mind you, but they're books nonetheless. Plus, he says with a small smile, I've had more time to work on my own tome. Dominic opens the small collection of parchment he has been working on and passes it to you. I'm still focused on the big picture right now, but I should have more soon. I thought you might be interested in hearing it. Though human expansion has not always been greeted with kindness and civility by other races, currently humans are more or less at peace with their neighbors. After a costly peace treaty with the Valraths to the south, and an understanding with the prominent Inox tribes, the only main threats are the animalistic vermlings, who continue to assault human cities, sometimes for no discernible reason. Humans have mostly stayed away from Harrower territory out of fear, and the Harrowers seem to return the favor. The same goes for the Savas, who live underground in the largely uninhabitable mountainous regions in the north. Orchids and quattrals both come from far-off continents across the sea, and seem far more interested in commerce and cultural exchange than conquest. And so human society has certainly benefited culturally from its interaction with other races. Many of the most beautiful structures in human civilization would not be possible without the machinery of the quattrals, the elemental mastery of the Savas, and the architectural designs of the Valraths. The meditative orchids have even influenced a number of human religions, though the followers of the Great Oak, a stringent group who believe a giant tree housed in the center of the capital watches over and protects everyone, remain unchanged. And while the human military keeps the civilization alive, it is really the commerce with the other races that ultimately allows the civilization to flourish. It seems then, as the wilds grew tamer, that a paradigm shift away from militaristic rule and towards mercantile rule was only a matter of time. Like I said, I'm still working on the broader strokes, Dominic says, but my research has been providing some interesting information. It's all very vague at the moment, though. I need to find better sources, not just Savas howling poems. He takes back the book and frowns. Savas write the worst poetry, and it's incredibly hard to translate.
Okay. Let's do our city encounter. As the daylight fades, you find yourselves wandering through a half-crowded market street browsing wares. Hey, over here. You turn in the direction of the voice to see a filthy vermling gesturing from a dark alley. Yeah, you grim-looking traps. I have something you might be interested in. The vermling holds out a piece of metal covered in sludge. Found this in the sewer. Writing on it I don't understand, but I know it's valuable. You can have it for 10 gold. Yeah, no. No, thank you. We've been here before. Okay, let's level up our Sunkeeper. See, one adjacent ally may immediately perform one extra turn by playing 2 cards in their hand. That's kind of crappy. Heal 3, range 2, consume life for target 2. No, Practical Plans is just such a nice card. And we'll level up again. Burning Flash, attack 4, target all enemies, gain 1 XP for each enemy targeted, or heal 3, range 3 on bottom, consume any element for +1 heal, and generate light. Or an attack 5, generate light on top, with a loss on bottom that says all allies within range 5 may perform move 4. Mobilize an Axiom is just really good. Nice big attack that generates light. We don't need lay on hands. These are both really nice. Holy Strike is also really nice. Tactical Order is a nice move 4. Dazzling Charge is decent. Bless and Strengthen affect one ally within range 3, or you and all adjacent allies suffer no damage. So that one's kind of bad. One just perform attack 4. One adjacent ally may recover 2 of their discarded cards, up to 3 of their discarded cards. I don't think we need that. Or that. Cautious Advance, and Purifying Aura. We don't really need any of these cards, so let's see. Daybreak, attack 3, Muddle, consume Dark to get. It's pretty bad. Heal 1 effect self and all allies within range 4. That's a decent Poison Cleanser. It's a good sideboard card. Glorious Bolt. So we want Practical Plans and Mobilizing Axiom. I guess we'll take Empowering Command. Oh man, I don't even know. These are so. A lot of these cards just feel pretty crappy, and we're probably gonna end up using them for their their default move twos. Uh, hmm. And have a little look see here at what other people play. Let's see. I don't think Purifying Aura is good at all. Cautious Advance is pretty fine. Um, just as a quick move through on bottom. Brilliant Prayer is like maybe okay later, but it's just not that good right now. Empowering Command is good if we can get the right ally to get it. Protective Blessing. I mean, we might just have to take this since we don't really have a lot of other options. But it's actually so bad in this party because like this guy doesn't really. I guess we can just try to always line it up for when Azrael does an Empowering Void attack, so that we can strengthen him for that. The Bless is kind of useless, but having him have advantage on that attack specifically is very valuable. He generally doesn't care about having advantage, but having advantage for that particular attack is nice. Tactical Order. This seems totally fine. Holy Strike, fantastic. Always nice to have a stun attack. Hammer Blow, another great card. Attack 5 with advantage, always nice. Defensive Stance is pretty good. Lay on Hands, I don't think we need this. Daybreak. Do we just take this as an attack 3? I guess we can just take it as an attack 3, basically. Beacon of Light can maybe get sideboarded in situations where uh, where we can need it to clear poisons. Glorious Bolt's not that good. Practical Plans and Mobilizing Axiom. Okay. So one thing to note with the Sunkeeper is this shield 1 is enhanceable on defensive stances, permanent use on bottom. And so, you could potentially upgrade this um, or enhance this, excuse me, to get a permanent shield 2, which makes it so that the Lightbringer could actually be uh, one of like, the inactual tank. So, this Extreme Fortitude is a stupidly good perk. Um, Ignore negative scenario effects is nice. Wait, we should have one more perk, shouldn't we? Let's level up this guy. Terror Blade. Great card. Replace Enervating Wound with this. And remove some more -1s. feel like we should have one more perk, right? Oh no, we only get 2 from leveling up. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So the question is, do we take the ignore negative scenario effects, or do we take the remove? So one of our perks is going to be remove 2-1s, right? I think the next place we're going to go is the plane of elemental power. I think we're going to start going down this road. Um, so we can just remove. I don't think there's any negative scenario effects in the next few scenarios that we're going to go to, so we can continue with this. Continue with the consistent plan. Right. Now the Plague Herald. Level up. Raw Maggots is nice as a card. Attack 4, range 2 poison. It's pretty decent. But Under the Skin I think is better. We do need some Pierce, so it's nice to have. And we need to level up again. Succumb to the Gift. Pretty bad. This is like real bad. Especially given that we have an Eclipse in the party. The Night Shroud just does this so much better. And Fetid Fury is, whew, that's one hell of a card. Attack 4, range 3, curse. That is one hell of a card. So we will take Fetid Fury. Now, let's see. Now the question is, what do we play as our deck? Let's see. Vile Pestilence. Pretty good. Being able to poison a bunch of stuff, always nice. And it's a move 3. Grasping Vermin. I don't think this is good enough. Wretched Swarm. That is one hell of a loss. And it's a move 4, so this is just great. It would only be better if it had good initiative. Spread the Plague looks real sketchy. The bottom is a nice attack, but I guess we'll keep it. Just for this bottom action and just for the initiative, really. Biting Gnats. Yeah, this is good. Some XP, you know. This is just like a better version of Forked Beam, except it's worse initiative. So, not too crazy. Gain Flying, dude. This is the most interesting card in the game, I think. One of the most interesting cards in the game. But I don't think we play it. We maybe like on some scenario where like flying is actually super insane, maybe we would bring that in, but I think for now we're good. Creeping Curse, just great. Attack 3, range 3, curse. It's just a fantastic card. Gathering Doom, attack 3, range 3, curse. Another fantastic card. Paralyzing Bite. Gotta love those attack stuns. This definitely seems worth keeping in. Foul Wind. This is a little sketchier. I don't think we're going to play this. I mean, it's basically just a loot. Scattered Terror. It's fantastic initiative. But that's really all it's got going for it. It's a move 2 with 13 initiative, basically. Which maybe could be good enough in some situations, but I don't think we're going to play it. We're definitely playing Fetid Fury and Under the Skin, by the way. So we need 2 more cards. Epidemic, attack 3, range 2, target 2. Only having 2 range kind of sucks, but it's still an attack 3, target 2. It's still attack for 6, which is good. Virulent Strain. Removes poison from anyone enemy. I don't think we're gonna end up playing that. Eh. Maybe. This is so tough. I actually feel like I'm missing. What else should I be playing? Maybe we do play this. We were thinking about playing Scatter Terror just as a move 2 with 11 initiative. 2 less initiative, but it also heals our allies. Is probably good. Or not 2 less initiative, but 5 less initiative. 5 worse initiative, I should say. But it also can heal our allies a little bit. It's probably fine. Ignore negative scenario effects and add a +1 card. Yeah, we can do that. And then we will remove a -2 and replace it with a +0. And do that. And we're going to get one more of these. You got to think a little bit about the items that we're going to want. Who do we want to give Boots of Striding to? Is it going to be the Lightbringer? Is it going to be Lightbringer or Cthulhu? I mean, everybody wants Boots of Striding. This is the problem, is that Boots of Striding is just really good on everybody. Cloak of Invisibility is good on him too. We can go to the merchant now. We actually have a little bit more stuff available to us now. During your turn, perform a heal 1 self action. Not very good. Iron Helm, though, very good. This is one of the most cost effective items in the game. We got Chainmail. We have the ignore negative item effects, right? Yeah. Chainmail, great card. More expensive than Hide Armor, but more effective too. So we're probably going to get the Iron Helm and the Chainmail. We've got Long Spear and Jagged Sword now. Jagged Sword adding Wound, much better than adding Poison. But there's also the Wand of Brilliance. The on-demand light generation could be valuable. Could actually be pretty good. We've unlocked major healing potions as well as moon earrings. Stamina potions are still insane. I kind of want this. So, okay, so stamina potion, mana potion, that's 14. Chainmail, that's 31. Iron Helm, that's 38. That leaves us with 22 money left. We maybe get a heater shield as well, in expectation that we will get ourselves a Wand of Brilliance for our other hand eventually. And then boots wise, we do really want those boots. God, this is so tough, you know. I don't think we need the boots of striding yet on this guy, so we won't get him on him. Hopefully we can get to Prosperity 4 before we potentially need boots of striding on him. But I think Cthulhu just needs them more. So minor mana potion. And minor stamina potion. Also chainmail, iron helmet, and heater shield. Just really making this guy fantastic tank. And we see this added here, but we have the thing to ignore it, so not a problem. We really want to get this, and then we're in like really good shape. Then we can get this and this and start to just absolutely, our deck starts to get really crazy good. No perks available for the Night Shroud. He has 46 money. He can equip his stamina potion now as well. Don't need any of these weapons. The Wave Net could be decent. We have the Doom Breeze or whatever it's called to get this immobilized. But there's a more important thing we need to do, which is we need to enhance. And specifically, we need to enhance Smoke Step to have a +1 move on it. Because having a move 1 is so much worse than having to move 2. Okay. The enhances that we would want on this are unfortunately pretty difficult to get this early. So we do need to go shopping on Cthulhu. Can't get the Eagle Eye Helm, unfortunately. Or can't get the Iron Helmet, because we're sold out of those. Probably want a Cloak of Invisibility. I don't think we want Second Skin. Though we are one of the people who can, in fact, use it. Definitely want Boots of Striding. Definitely want a Stam Potion. And we want a Mana Potion. The Mana Potion mostly just to like we're trying to help our guy out, our Night Shroud. I do think we will want hmm. You know, I think we're gonna want to take that Second Skin, honestly. It's pretty nice for us right now. So we'll take that. What do we have? We have our boots, we have our potions. Again, the minor mana potion isn't so much for Cthulhu, but rather to support Azrael. and then we'll get the second skin. Okay, we've kitted out our guys now. Pretty effectively, I think. I'm in general pretty happy with where they are. Uh, and I think we'll actually not do a scenario today. We're we spent a bunch of time figuring out how we wanted to kit our guys, um, and figuring out which party members we wanted and stuff. So we're just gonna do that. Thank you for watching. If you were interested in this stuff, um, uh, next episode is when we will actually head out and do some adventuring with this new party that we've kitted. Thank you for watching. Have a great one.